Yeah, at some point in time, like I reached out to a friend of mine that is an English professor, and I was like, hey, like I want to write my story because there's moments where I'm sitting and I'm like, I'm just hanging out with friends. You know, you've met my friend Carrie, who's a really good friend.
Yeah.
And like, there's moments where I'm like, my childhood was so not fucking normal.
Right.
Like, I'm like, I'll just be sitting there laughing and I'm thinking about like what I look like and how I grew up. And I'm like, oh yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Whoops. Fuck.
Yeah. You're like, this is not normal. This is very different.
Yeah.
You know, and normalcy is very subjective, right? Because
but like the reality is like in my heart, I'm very kind. I'm compassionate. I worry about people. I'm very concerned about women, their safety.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really worried about men, especially white men, but like they'll be fine. Yeah. They're always fine.
Okay.
But I am always so protective over women and children because I'm like, you know, after my history and my childhood, I am always going to be a protector because no woman or child should have to be in the situations that I was in. They shouldn't have to fight out of those situations.
Right.
And I think it's important to share those stories of survival and not to say my childhood was any worse than anybody else's, right? Because I grew up with a lot of people. We had a huge street community. And some of the people I grew up with, like, their stories are, wow.
Yeah.
You know, I have a First Nations best friend in Canada, and the stories of her childhood, a lot of the people I know right now, they would never have been able to get through that.
Yeah.
You know, I know so many incredible, powerful women that have come through so much violence and trauma and sexual assault. And those are the people we need to amplify. Like, stop this fucking bullshit influencer culture where people don't bring anything to the table. They don't have a history. They haven't experienced things and they're telling you how to live your life. A lot of us that have been through all of these things, we're seeking peace.
Yeah.
So we walk through the world with just like, I look batshit crazy, but you know what? I love having my girlfriends over for dinner. I love sitting down and having 8-hour conversations with friends and getting to know people who they truly are.
Right.
Because in my heart of hearts, I just want good for everyone.
Right.
But the image has to be here so people leave me the fuck alone. Yeah.
So it's almost like a suit of armor.
Very much so.
To protect you from.
Because not everybody should have access to everybody, right? And I don't vibe with a lot of people on a really intense level with the level of the people that I choose to have in my life. Because unless you've seen things and you've been through things and you've survived things, I don't want to have to explain who I am to you.
Correct.
I don't want to have to defend who I am to you. I want you to understand that the things that you've been through don't make you. You know, you can be better from coming through them, but don't let those things win. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I don't want people to have anything because I would never change a single fucking thing I went through. I wouldn't be who I am. And you know what? The butterfly effect. I don't know if maybe those girls not chasing me out with those fucking soup cans and socks. I don't know if that would have taken away part of who I am.
Right.
Every single thing has made me a person who I am. And I fucking love the person who I am.